Ever feel like your car's throwing you out on corners? Like it's auditioning for Tokyo Drift without your permission? Yeah, that's your suspension begging for help. See, suspension's not just about a smooth ride. It's about keeping your tires glued to the ground and making sure that you are in control. And the crazy part, your suspension is probably holding you back. When going around corners, you might notice that the front gives out first, or sometimes the rear taps out first. This is the amazing world of understeer and oversteer. Oversteer, this is when the rear kicks out like it's had one too many, and you end up turning more than you wanted. Understeer, this is when your tires give up, and no matter how much you turn the wheel, you're plowing straight into disappointment. Neither is automatically bad, but if you're not in control, you're just a passenger along for the ride. Good suspension tuning is not about eliminating all of these issues. It's about choosing when they happen and making sure that you are in control, not the random chaos. Now, if you're thinking, cool, I know the problem, but where do I even begin to fix it? It's as simple as starting with the wheels and how they're pointed at the ground. The 3 keys to getting your alignment nailed: camber, caster, and toe. 3 tiny settings that can turn your car from a confused toddler into a grip demon in an instant. But in the same breath, a runaway shopping cart if you mess it up. First up, camber. Tilt your wheels in, that is negative camber. When you're going around the corners and you have body roll leaning to that outside wheel, it flattens out like a pancake, allowing you to get more grip. But too much camber and you'll be running through $800 worth of tires every 3 months whilst getting roasted online. Next, caster. This one's sneaky but stupid important. It's the tilt of the steering axis, and the more you lean it back, the more your front wheels want to center themselves naturally. Perfect caster, stable, planted with a crisp snapback after every turn. At last, toe. But not that toe. Toe is the position where your wheels are pointing even when you're driving straight. Too much toe in and the car feels stable, but lazy and non-responsive. Too much toe out and it's overly excited and twitchy, just like a 14-year-old after their first Red Bull. I'll let you in on something that most people miss. Alignment isn't static. Yeah, your car might look great when it's parked up on the road, but once you get out there, brake hard, go around corners and go over bumps, your suspension is changing. Your alignment is moving on the fly. That's why adjusting your alignment based on how it changes while driving is important. You're not tuning it to be parked, you're tuning it to drive. So you might be thinking, that's great and all, but how do I actually know if my alignment has been set up correctly? Well, you can start by looking at your tires. Every time you go hard around a corner, your tires write little notes for you, and if you know how to read them, they'll tell you exactly how to fix your alignment. You don't need a master's degree or any fancy tech. Just run a lap and feel how hot the tires are. Just be sure to put the handbrake on first. You want even temperatures across the whole tire. Even temperatures, happy tire, maximum grip. But if you're roasting just the inner edge, congratulations, you're running too much camber. Hot center, take some PSI out of there. Cold edges, however, pump a bit more PSI in there for me. Drive hard, park, check your tire temperatures, adjust, repeat. Dialing this in means that you're not running some specs from a 15-year-old Reddit thread. You're getting the best setup for your car. All right, so you've listened to your tires, you've got the clues. Now here comes the fun part, fixing it. If you're understeering, you're gonna wanna help the front bite harder. More front camber, soften your front sway bar, take some PSI out of the front tires, or stiffen up the rear end to ease up the load on the front. But for oversteer, if the rear end's trying to pass the front end like it's late for work, here's the easiest way to calm down that spicy rear end. Lower the rear tire pressures, soften up that rear sway bar, and maybe even stiffen up the front sway bar just a little bit. The whole game is all about balance. Too much of a change in one direction can fix a problem, but can create 5 new ones. It's about nudging the car, not shoving it off a cliff. Small adjustments, feel it, drive it, adjust it again, and you're on the right path to the perfect setup. Now, getting your alignment locked in is great, but if you want the best, like unlocking your car's full potential, this is where the real parts come into play. First big move, adjustable sway bars. These bad boys control body roll, and with Whiteline sway bar adjustment, you can tune body roll without a NASA budget. Lowering springs. Yeah, they look sick on your car, but their real purpose is to lower the center of gravity. Lower of center of gravity means less roll, more grip, and quicker reactions. Plus, you'll look cool, which means you get at least 5 more horsepower. Camber kits and toe arms. These really allow you to dial in your alignment. Bushes, probably one of the most underrated suspension components. If your suspension feels like the work of a first-time polybridge player, you're gonna wanna tighten them up with some polyurethane bushes. Steering will feel more sharp, your grip will feel more direct, and life will be better. Roll center kit. If you slam your car without adjusting your roll center, you're basically adopting the suspension of a shopping cart. These roll center kits allow you to bring your roll axis back into alignment. Strut and chassis braces. These work by strengthening your chassis and eliminating weak points of flex that work against your suspension. Now that's a lot of options. So if you want a no-brainer starting point to get your geometry aligned, the Grip Series kit from Whiteline is a great starting point. These kits are pre-stacked with the best parts, right adjustment, and ready to rip for your car. If you're ready to start tuning your alignment, Whiteline's string wheel alignment kit is perfect for those quick and precise tweaks, whether you're in the garage or on the track. And if you want a great starting point, you can always hit up a shop like Fulcrum Suspensions if you're in Australia, then you can fine tune your alignment from there. Now, all of this is just the start. If you really want to dial in your setup and learn more, download the free Whiteline tuning guide. Links down below. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Or if you have any suspension hacks, we'd love to hear them. If you want to get grip activated, head over to the Whiteline website today.